Hi everyone, welcome to the Paris Air Show 2025. I'm here at the Daedalean stand, delighted to be joined by Joschka Hoefling, who's the VP of Product at Daedalean. Joschka, thank you so much for joining us at what has been a very busy air show so far. How's it been for you and the team here?
Thank you so much for meeting me. Nice having us. So the air show has been amazing so far. We had a lovely start into the day. Today is much busier, and it's been an amazing community getting together at such an important event.
Excellent. And Joschka, I understand that Daedalean are exhibiting at the first time at the Paris Air Show. How important is it that these air shows are to, I guess, tell people more about Daedalean's mission and the work that it's doing in this industry, but also, I guess, sort of bringing together the whole community and making people aware of work you're doing as well. So how important is it, given it's the first time that you've been exhibiting at this air show?
So first, it's quite important because Europe is coming together in Paris. Everybody's here. It's a really good opportunity to meet, exchange information, and just talk and see where everybody's at. So just to give a brief introduction of what we're actually doing. So Daedalean is at the cross-section between flight automation, safety critical application, and enhanced algorithms. Our vision is that we want to gradually remove pilot workloads to enable safer and more efficient operations. Thus, we are providing a number of different capabilities.
And it's a really fascinating conversation, isn't it? Automation, AI, safety. There's a lot of responsibility as a company in terms of bringing people on the journey when it comes to advanced mobility, where we're really on the cusp of a real new wave of technology that will help people in future. So I guess in a way, the responsibility from Daedalean with the work that it's doing, and these air shows must be a really good opportunity to tell people who perhaps aren't familiar with the work that Daedalean is doing to tell them to say it's, the work you're doing is very important.
So I think that's quite important. So what we're doing is, the general term is artificial intelligence. But specifically what we're doing is we are into machine learning algorithms that we specifically develop for this application. So we have our own proprietary tools, our own processes, and what we do here is we certify them both with the European and US national authorities. So what we've been doing from the very beginning is we've been seeking the direct communication with the approving authorities to ensure that we're actually meeting the safety targets that these authorities are going to have for us. So early communication, easy communication was very critical to actually get that going.
Perfect. And with all the work that you're doing so far in Daedalean, are you able to give our audience a bit of an insight of what Daedalean is working on at the moment? What can we look forward to in the near future too?
Absolutely, I can do that. So the broader scope is to if you're looking at the task the pilot needs to do right now, in the aviation world, you have a hazard assessment. You basically go through that. And step by step, we as a company want to do these tasks by, instead of the pilot doing it, our technical system is doing that. But to focus resources and get started, we selected traffic detection that ultimately will result in a detect and avoid system to get started. So what we're doing here is we are having our own project, STC, so we're doing a supplemental type certificate for a helicopter, and we are integrating traffic detection capabilities in there, where we have various cameras. On there, we have machine learning traffic detection algorithms running, and we're currently certifying that concurrently both with EASA and the FAA. We have a very exciting year. We have the SOI3 audit, so a third level of involvement coming up next week already. And then we're still targeting to have the entire STC, the certification, done by the end of this year. So it's going to be quite busy. Looking forward to that.
Excellent. Well, thank you for sharing that as well, Joschka. And so in relation to the advanced mobility side of things as well, aircraft, some that are going with pilot, very few are going without the pilot. So are you able to sort of kind of share kind of the level that Daedalean can have then in terms of the advanced mobility and these future air taxis as well? Because there's a real crucial role I know that Daedalean is playing and will play. So be able to share a little bit more in that regard as well, please.
Absolutely, I can do that. So in addition to the certification project we're running, we're also partnering up with the industry And for us, the avionics provider are critical because they're giving us access to novel air platforms like eVTOLs, urban air mobility, and existing air platforms like helicopter operations. So what we've been doing over the past 6 weeks, where we actually demonstrated in real life scenarios that our technology is sitting on top of a flight control, mission control system, and directing this flight control system in a complete mission. So we've been flying a helicopter in completely GNSS denied navigation, been flying a demonstrated or simulated search and rescue mission, where we basically flew through a big vast area and we were finding an unknown landing spot. So we basically unplugged the GPS, flew the entire mission. You know, GPS reception is quite a big issue at the moment. It happens all over the place. And then we simulated that we are trying to find an unknown landing spot. It could be a car accident. It could be police operations. And then you don't know where you're going. You just know the general area. So the system has been fully automatic flying there, detecting the landing spot. It works very similar to the QR codes we've been using all over the place.
Yeah.
And then the waypoint is automatically uploaded to the cockpit. So instead of having the pilot fly a certain area and landing somewhere, the system can fully automatic do this. You fly somewhere, you find an unknown landing area, and then the system is automatically uploading and then landing there directly. So this has been a huge step for us. Full flight control, closed loop into the flight control of a manned helicopter. It's been a huge step for us. It's been greatly successful and was a really good experience as well.
Excellent stuff, Joschka. And then anything else you wanted to add to our audience about the Paris Air Show, being here? Anything else you feel you haven't already covered that we would like to know when it comes to advanced mobility, AI, autonomy, anything with Daedalean? What would be your final thoughts then?
My final thoughts is that I truly believe that this kind of technology is pushing through the barriers of becoming useful right now. We are in the final stages where we're implementing years of research and development and making a useful impact on real operations right now. And for us, that is just a starting point to get started. We don't believe that traffic detection, it's one good use case, but we're going into traffic detection, into obstacle detection. So we truly believe that we can make a positive impact and saving pilots. So let's just talk about wire detection. Saving pilots or passenger or patient life by preventing accidents in the future. So that is our vision, our mission, and hopefully we get closer to that step by step. And it's been a huge experience here to see the entire community come together.
Perfect. Well, Joschka, always a pleasure catching up as well.
Thank you so much.
Great to have us here with the Daedalean stand, and wishing you a successful air show. And we very much look forward to hearing more future developments in the future.
Thank you.
Thank you.
It was a pleasure.